I have problems trying to record this stuff before we start doing things. We're working on suspension today, so we took the rear end apart. Harrison's getting that cleaned up right now, and then I started working on the front end over here so that we can put the suspension on the front end. So I got painted, so this is what it looks like. Front suspension time. So we painted up the pumpkin on this sucker. Yep. Harrison painted it up.
Giving it the old 30-30.
So throw it in the rear suspension. So check it out. We got the leaf springs in, shocks are in. We put a little hose in there so when it drops down, we'll be able to attach it from the top, but everything's attached. We're looking good. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace the front aprons and the radiator support because the ones that are on the car are the wrong ones. So this is what we're doing. We're gonna replace this piece, which is the battery box apron. That's the radiator support. And then this is the driver's side. So this is what we're gonna do. So the car's here, let me show you what we're doing. So when I sourced this front end, it's actually off a 68 Cougar, and the 68 Cougar is slightly different. So I have to replace this piece right here, which is the battery box, which is good because I was gonna have to try to repair that. So now I don't have to repair that. And then I'm gonna replace this side over here, and then I'm gonna replace the radiator support here. And the difference in the radiator support is fairly slight, but on the 69, this piece actually comes out here and then up. And same on that side, it comes out like that and then up. And then we can line up all of our pieces. So I'm gonna cut this out pretty crudely. I'll just cut down this and then I'll cut across and then cut up on this side. Yeah, and then I'll get all the spot welds out after. I got one side out, still got to get that side out, but I'm tired. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. All right, so I got these aprons cut out. Took a long freaking time. Those are cut out. I got to do some cleanup there, and I had to cut this out down here, so that's gonna get filled in. Same thing on this side. Just take the wheel to it and clean it all up. So what I gotta do now is now I gotta cut this other piece and fit it. Spot welding removing sucks because all I'm doing is tearing this thing up. Check this out. Brand new fucking piece, and this the bit just keeps slipping off and it's driving me absolutely bananas. Almost freaked out a second ago. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it down here and up, because I'm not saving this piece. I'm only taking the upper piece. So I can cut it and get rid of the bottom piece and then work on it from there. So see how that works. All right, so we got the rear pieces for the aprons in, that piece and that piece. Those are stitched in. And you're gonna notice these two pieces here. We're gonna put those in next. And you're probably gonna be like, look, there's a big gap right here. Look at the gap, there's a gap on both sides. We know that because this front end was actually sourced from 68. 68 is slightly different than the 69. The 69 actually is risen up here a little bit and it extends further, as you can see here. So that's the height difference, and we'll just make a piece to fit in there and it'll be pretty. All right, so we got this all mocked up. So we got the new radiator support mocked up, and we got the new inner panels mocked up. Thanks, cjponyparts. So all we got to do is, and we pulled measurements off everything to make it all square. So I think we're in good shape. Well, it's late, but we got it done. Front end is on and welded. There she is, check it out. Fully welded out. Can't really see that side, but we got those little pieces in that I just made those a little bit ago. So everything's in. Need one of those now. Just need a motor, that's all, no biggie. So pretty much got the whole front end put together now. So everything's there. Got it pretty much all painted up and looking pretty. So that's what it's gonna look like. So I just kind of wanted to show you something really quick. So one of the things that we did obviously was replace the front end. So this is the old front end here that you can see. Pretty trashed. Yeah. But the big thing is this, you know, because it was all trashed, you know, looks ugly, everything else. But the reason that we replaced this was not only was there a patch here for the battery box, but when we went to go put the motor in, this is what we found. Big, giant, gaping hole. We ended up cutting out the shock tower first time around, but as we got deeper into it, it was better to just replace the whole thing. So that's what we did. And that's why we have that. Now there's no holes. Yay! So one of the things we did when we started building this car was Bob actually wrote on one of the benches when I started building the motor. On the bench right here, you can read that. 2016, Scott started building his performance motor. Pressed pistons on August 14th. That's pretty bad. And then this over here is pretty funny too. So this is all my suspension parts. Well, they were all over here. They're on the car now. But when I bought all this, January 18th of 2016 from Ken's Cougars. So, yeah, clearly it's been a while and been a long time working on this car. But I feel like we're in the home stretch now that we have the car, the front end put back on.